Hello, I'm Azai. Welcome back to Aokana. Surprisingly, no errors on my audio interface or recording software, so that's nice. But yeah, I just came back from the gym, ate some food, and here I am. I don't really know what to say. I think I've said most of the stuff that I want to say about my current gym session and routine and whatnot. But yeah, feels really good, feels less bloated. I think I mentioned to you guys I don't really eat a lot of processed foods now. I mostly just eat what I meal prep. And yeah, it just makes me appreciate how nice it is to just eat healthy stuff instead of junk food and all that. Don't get me wrong, I still eat the occasional junk food like say some donuts, but I don't do it as much as I did before. Or at least not the same amount of quantities, right? Like, I think it's okay for you to eat one donut every single day, rather than do what I did, which is just eat 2 donuts, or 2 dozen donuts in like the span of 2 or 3 days. Which is just ridiculous. But yeah, I really like the fact that I'm getting on track with my macros and whatnot now. If you guys don't know what macros are, it's basically the amount of carbs, protein, and fat that you eat in a day. But yeah, feeling less bloated, mostly because I don't really eat a lot of sodium anymore. I don't sweat as much, because if you do like eat a lot of sodium, you gotta have to drink a lot of water because you're always gonna be thirsty, and you're gonna have to get rid of that water by either sweating or just like peeing most of the time. So yeah, I've been feeling pretty good. My stomach is flat again. I don't feel that fluffy sort of feeling when I touch my stomach anymore, which is kind of nice. Before it was really bloated. But yeah, I think that's about covering everything about my current day. I'm a pretty boring person, as you can already guess. Most of my days consist of just working out and recording videos. I still have no idea what I'm gonna do in the future, to be honest, but I'm not really... I don't know. I feel like I am passionate about making videos like this, but we'll see, I guess, right? But yeah, let's talk about the last episode recap. On the last episode, the story went in a direction that I did not expect. I had this grand scheme, the fact that Asuka might have been someone who has a broken family type of person. That's why she has to force herself to keep smiling, force herself to keep motivated into pushing everything into FC, because that's gonna be like her main thing. But nope. Turns out she has a pretty decent family, and she herself is not really feeling any sort of pressure or whatever. Well, she is. She's feeling pressure about fighting Inui, but she's making it into her motivation into getting better. And yeah, I feel like someone like Asuka in real life, I'd say there's a 99% chance that someone like Asuka doesn't exist. There's no definite proof that there's going to be like, you know, 100% chance or 0% chance of things happening. So that's why I did not say those, you know, like 1% or 0.00 something percent. Asuka is just too unbelievable of a person to actually exist, and I have never met someone like Asuka in real life. Though, you know, it's part of what makes the game interesting, I guess. If like someone like Asuka isn't so what do you call it? Isn't so popular in current media, or not current media, but like just media in general. So I feel like someone like Asuka is a bit too rehashed, or you see a lot of people with Asuka's trait in media, which only shows like the good things about the person, right? Personality-wise, I do think Misaki is actually a lot more down-to-earth and not as characterize, or you know for a fact that this is a character instead of an actual like person that you can relate to. Though technically speaking, of course, all of these guys are characters. It's just like I said, the amount of down-to-earthness that the characters show, right? If you can, whether or not you can relate to them. But okay, enough about that. Let's continue on with the story, shall we? I actually forgot to mention, the last episode was mostly just us basically having a date with Asuka. So I think there was 3 date scenes. Or was it 2? I think 2 date scenes, and then one where we were actually having a heart-to-heart with Asuka in her house when she was sick. And after that, we went to Kairyu Academy to infiltrate their practice session. Well, we didn't really did anything. We just went there and tried to take a look at what they did for practicing. But okay, let's continue on, shall we? Okay, this is your chance, Asuka. Rush in from the side. I think you guys actually heard me catch my breath.
Hi, wakarimashita.
Nice. You made him give up some ground. Now, drive him down and corner him.
Wakarimashita. こりゃすごいね。もう完全に進藤さんの圧倒しちゃってるね、アスカちゃん。動きが速すぎてよく見えないですよ。
そうか？俺にはよく見えるがな。
兄ちゃんのスピードバカがちょっとだけ役に立った。そういえばここ何日かの練習で日向さんがセコンドをするようになりましたね。ああ、なんか実践を意識してちょっとずつ慣れていくってことみたいよ。え、まだ大会までしばらくあるのに。なんかワクワクしてやってるとこもあるみたい、あの二人は。この間の視察の効果なのかもね。そうなんですか。あ、何この音。携帯の呼び出し？あ、でも私じゃないですよ。あ、ごめん、これ私。もしもし、あ、鏡先生、お疲れ様です。まどかだったのか。あれ、何の曲なんでしょうね。ひなたくんは今練習で。はい、すぐに伝えます。はい。どうしたの？明らかに大変なことが起きたっぽい感じでしたけど。
What the fuck? She didn't say that at all.
結構びっくりした。何か事件でもあったんですか？ひなたくんにお客さんだったんだ。まあ、よりによって今この人ですかって感じ。
I haven't been up here in a long time. I'm at a large garden that's located on the roof of our main school building. It's a pretty popular spot, so it gets real crowded at lunch. This is actually a pretty nice place, yeah, to eat lunch. I eat lunch in our club room and head to practice right after school, so I never have the time or a good reason to visit the place. That's why I haven't been up here in nearly a year. I finally get to see it again, but she has to be here to kill the mood. I approach the person who's waiting for me near the back of the garden. Sorry I kept you waiting. She has the same friendly smile on her face as the last time I met her.
いえいえ、全然待ってませんでした。
Irina-san greets me with those words. This is her second visit to Kunahama. Compared to her grand entrance last time, this is rather anticlimactic. However, that actually makes things worse, since I can't even guess at her motives. Does she want another practice match? No way I'll agree to that. I won't let her try to break Asuka's spirit. I calm my breathing and face this monster before me. She seems a lot larger than her actual height. Guess that just goes to show how intimidating she is. What brings you here today? I opened the conversation with the main question on my mind.
まずは先日のお詫びをしに来ました。
Apologize? You mean for challenging us to a practice match without any prior notice?
はい、そうです。あれはさすがに唐突すぎました。礼儀としてなってなかったと反省しました。
Irina-san lowers her head as she says that.
大変失礼しました。この通りです。
Why do I feel so uneasy when she's just delivering an apology? Maybe it's just because she's hard to deal with in general, but I've been feeling this dull ache in my body ever since I got up here. Don't worry about it. I'm not holding it against you or anything. So, is that all? I doubt it, but a man can dream. Maybe I'll get off easy.
いいえ。
Irina-san slowly raises her head again, at which point I find the same friendly smile as always plastered on her face.
ここからが本来の目的です。日向雅也さん。
Ah.
失礼します。
おう、青柳妹、練習終わったのか？
はい、アスカちゃんだけは日向くんの話が終わるのをじっと待ってるみたいですけど。
相変わらず忠実だな、アスカは。
先生。
Wait, didn't she say everyone? Oh, but Asuka, okay.
どうした青柳？似合わないぞ、そんな怖い顔して。
なんでイリーナさんを日向くんに合わせたんですか？
そのことか。
イリーナさんのことだから、またどうせ何か妙なことを考えてるに決まってる。せっかくアスカちゃんも元気になったのに、ここでまた変なことされたら振り出しに戻っちゃいます。先生だってそれは分かってるはずなのにどうして？
学内への不法侵入。不問にするから合わせろと言ってきたよ。いきなりそんなカードを切られたら文句も言えないだろ。その顔を見ると知ってたみたいだな。ダメだぞマネージャー、ちゃんと報告しないと。
すみません、何もなかったから気づかれなかったのかなって思って。
まあそこまで深刻にならなくてもいいさ。そろそろ乾の動向が気になる頃だろうし、ある程度は予想もできていた。
Him? I guess that's supposed to be Messiah, even though she clearly said he knew him.
でもこれでまたアスカちゃんが何かされてやる気を失うようなことになったらどうしたら。
何を言ってるんだ青柳。
Oh my god, this localization. I gotta keep mentioning this, man. It does bother me.
今日、いや、これまでずっとイリーナがやってきたことはアスカを潰すためなんかじゃないぞ。先日の道場破りも今日の訪問も練習をわざと見せたのも全ては一つの目的のためだよ。
でもアスカちゃんじゃなかったら目的ってまさかそんな。
今お前が想像した通りだよ。
She said, yeah, it's happening right as you're thinking about it right now, I think. Well, go on. What do you actually want? Irina-san takes a step forward after I ask that question.
質問をさせてください、日向さん。
Hmm?
本当は乾咲の前に立つべきなのは倉科明日香さんではない、そう思いませんか？
So, she wants Messiah to face Saki or Inui. But that's impossible though. Like, he hasn't really been doing this for the past 10 years. If we even take a look at Masaki's route as comparison, Messiah, like, he has the skills, I guess, or the technical skills, or sorry, not technical, but the theoretical skills about what to do. But I doubt his body is able to do the stuff that he used to be able to do. What are you trying to say? And I doubt that, you know, if he tries to practice for a month, maybe 2 months at most for the fall tournament, he's gonna be able to do jack squat. Is she implying Asuka's not good enough? Maybe that was true before, but now she's better than Misaki. By this point, even Shindo-san thinks she has a real shot at winning. And from what I've seen, I'm with him on that. You don't think Asuka can cut it?
いえ、そうは言ってません。アスカさん、とても強いです。
Then what are you?
いつまでそうやって逃げているのですか？
Irina-san stabs me right in the heart with a knife she has hidden. What?
いつまでそうやって逃げているのですか？フライングサーカス元ジュニア日本代表、日向雅也さん。
Why does she care so much about Masaya? This is like 10 years ago.
日向くんなんですね。イリーナさん、一体日向くんに何をするつもりなんですか？
そんなの一つだよ。あいつの傷をえぐりに来たんだ。
傷？
でもいつかは向かい合わなければいけない。マサヤが FC に関われば関わるほどそれとの距離は近づく。
私、日向くんのことは深くは知りませんし、自分からあれこれ聞くこともないですけど、傷をえぐられて大丈夫なんですか？日向くんは。
わからない。だが今のマサヤには仲間がいるし、何よりクラシナがいる。
アスカちゃんが。
あいつは強くなったよ。私が出ていかなくてもきっと大丈夫なはずだ。
Pain shoots through my body, making it hard to form proper words. What are you?
私、前に言いました。日向さん知ってますって。
Oh, sorry about that. She did mention something along those lines during the summer tournament. I think it was, I don't care whether it'll be one of the players you raised or you yourself. Why is that so hard to say? But back then, I didn't take her words seriously, since I just assumed she was being dramatic.
だから夏の大会が終わった時、さっきと日向さん戦わせようと思いました。
Yeah, see, I kind of knew that she wanted Messiah to face her. That was the thing Aoi-san shot down. Ah.
鏡先生に止められました。残念ながら。
I see. That explains what she told me back then.
それに全て受け入れたわけじゃないぞ。最初に言ってきたことは即座に断った。
What I don't understand is their fixation on Messiah. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't really be voice acting a freaking flashback.
それはもうなしになったからいいじゃないか。さあ、試合の準備をしよ
う。世界でも有名でした、日向さん。いずれはこの少年が FC を変えると言われ、私もとても熱心に調査していました。それなのに私が戦いの場に現れた時、あなたはもうそこにはいませんでした。
What do you want from me? I barely managed to squeeze out those words with my hoarse voice.
何度でも言いましょう。日向雅也さん、いつまで逃げているのですか？
What do you mean? I'm not running away from anything.
飛べるのに、羽があるのに、それを隠してるのに。本当は誰よりも強いことに渇望し、嫉妬し、誰よりも先へ、上へと望む日向雅也なのに。そんな自分を隠し続け、コーチの立場を利用し、部員たちを戦わせるなんて逃げているとしか言えません。
She actually did not say the pathetic word. How can you...
図星なのですか？言われて腹が立ちましたか？
Like I said, you're wrong.
違わないでしょう。女の子を矢面に立たせて才能がある才能があると褒め強い敵と戦わせる。それはあなたの本意ですか？
Stop!
セコンドだコーチだと言って逃げていれば安全圏でショックを受けずにいられる。その美味しい立場を失いたくないんじゃないですか？
She's kinda right. I keep telling you, you're wrong.
答えなさい、日向雅代。
Even in Misaki's route, Masaya was actually wanting Misaki to lose. That was like pretty contradictory, but you know, he actually does not want to be saved, right? If you think about it from that perspective, if you try to reason out why the hell he keeps thinking that. He's comfortable with his own comfort zone right now, so that's why he was afraid of actually... He was afraid if Misaki won, he would have to actually put in the effort to change himself.
あなたは戦わずして逃げるのですか？それがあなたの真意なのですか？答えなさい。
This is more dramatic though, so usually you wouldn't really find someone that would confront you like this to, you know, to bring back your old past trauma and stuff. So yeah, this definitely is interesting, but like I said, I just don't understand her fixation on Messiah. Damn it! I sink to the ground as my knees give out. Then, I place my hands on the ground, grip the grass and crush it. No, you're wrong. I want to say something, anything, but I can't bring myself to say anything substantial. I thought I'd worked past all this. I thought I'd gotten over most of my trauma already. But now, my old wounds are throbbing once more, and as I mull over everything, a dark parasite starts to take over my body. See, here's the thing about traumas and stuff that you try to bury, right? If you don't face it, you're not... What did Messiah say? You're not gonna get over it, right? If you just bury it and let time make you forget how painful it is to face the truth, you're not gonna get over it. If people bring it up, you're gonna have to face the consequences. Right? I know it's hard to do, of course, but at some point, we gotta actually do it. It's not like... I keep trying to deny her claims, but my voice is so quiet that I'm sure Arena-san can't make it out anymore. I know my words won't reach anyone. Hell, they're not even reaching me. And so, I hang my head as I begin to feel sick. But then... Huh? I hear a voice deny those claims as they threaten to suffocate me. And in a way, they give me strength as well. Startled, I look up. And when I do, I see Asuka standing there, staring straight into Arena-san's eyes. Irina-san's staring at Asuka now, but her expression remains the same. She's still not fazed by anything we've said. Pretty impressive. It takes a lot of courage to stand tall and never waver. Asuka. See, what Asuka is saying here also to me is... I don't know. She's believing the version of Messiah that she sees, right? And not the actual Messiah himself. Sometimes believing in an image of someone that you believe is you know, like believing in your own version of that someone can be a strength. But I don't know. To me, it's actually pretty pressuring, right? In this case, of course, it's probably gonna save Messiah. But I don't know. In my mind, someone that does this actually would make me fall back. Because it falls down into my own argument back during what Aoi-san was saying, right? She was being very hypocritical. And I don't know. Even though it's probably for a good cause, like I said, it's very difficult for me to accept.
そしたら見つかって、それで我慢できなくなって。我慢ですか？それはどうして？イリーナさんはマサヤさんが逃げていると言いました。それは絶対に違います。言った通りです。彼は逃げています。自分が戦えるのに戦おうとしていません。
She's right. Messiah's been running away for years now.
それが違うと言ってるんです。聞きましょう。どのようにですか？マサヤさんは戦っています。私の前に立ってずっとコーチとして夜も昼もずっと作戦や練習方法を考えて実際に戦う私の何倍も悩んで苦しんでいるんです。
While I can't deny that, Asuka, what Irina-san said is also true though. He's using you to fight, so that even if you fall, or even if you fail, he doesn't have to take the full brunt of it.
それなのに逃げているだなんて、そんなことは絶対に言わせません。
Asuka's words are filled with determination. However, despite all that, Irina-san remains calm and composed.
倉科明日香さん。はい。あなたに非礼があったのは謝罪します。でも私には日向さんが逃げていること、曲げる気持ちはありません。どうしてそんなに？日向雅也は世界で戦える選手だからです。
Man, I guess this is her main motivation. She also has some crazy pressure about a version of Messiah that she could have saw or she's seen 10 years ago. For some reason, Irina-san's voice sounds awfully kind all of a sudden.
行きましょう、日向さん。
She extends a hand out to me after saying that.
我がアバロングループは世界で戦える選手を育てています。そこに国境も性別もありません。必要なのは誰よりも強くあろうとする確固たる意志です。日向さんにはそれがあります。誰よりも強くいたかったその気持ち、大切です。
You want me to make a comeback?
ええ、そうすることが先のためにもなりますし、世界の FC 界を動かすことにもなります。
I guess both Inui and Irina wanted to make wanted to find a rival. I thought it was only just Irina, but seems Irina. Oh, sorry. I thought it was only Inui, but it seems Irina-san is also the same. Irina-san's smile is dazzling.
アスカさんはまだ発展途上です。そのコーチには別の人間を当てて同じく鍛えます。それで安心でしょ？
She's definitely wrong about one thing though. Messiah never really wanted to become the best. He always just wanted to have fun.
私に別のコーチを？
Like being the best, I think it's like something that people pressure him on after he kept winning.
よそ見をしている暇などありません。早くそこから出るのです。
Right now, my heart's pounding against my chest. Because of my indecisiveness, she... What the hell am I doing?
あなたはそこにいるべき人じゃないのです。だから目覚めてください。
If she actually came, maybe about during the time when Messiah quit, this would make so much more sense, but she came so long. Why did it take you like so many years, Irina-san? You could have actually saved him if this is what you offered him back when he was still down. I have no doubt.
さあ、今すぐ。
Irina-san extends her hand some more. And, after a moment of hesitation, I get up and position myself in front of Asuka without taking her hand. A place where I can forget everything else and just practice all day, huh? Sounds perfect. But I would have loved the idea back when I was a kid. Getting to train in a state-of-the-art facility in Europe would have been a dream come true. Asuka's voice sounds a little hoarse.
そうでしょ。では早速。
But I'm different now. I'm telling you, it's too late, sadly. I'll never make that choice because I know you're wrong.
間違ってる。それはどこがですか？
Asuka. Listen, Asuka isn't some weak, insignificant player like you think.
小さいじゃないですか。現にまだ先の相手じゃないです。
Maybe not right now, but that could all change tomorrow.
明日。
Hell, it could even happen the day after tomorrow, or the day after that. All I know is that she's gonna climb higher and higher. See, what you don't get is that Asuka has no ceiling.
バカなことをおっしゃいます。相手を意識していれば、いつかは限界が見えるでしょう。
I actually can't deny or refute what she's saying here. I actually can't deny it. And that's my point. I'm saying Asuka's different. She's got her eyes set on something way bigger than being at the top of the FC world. So she'll never waver.
聞かせていただけますか？一体彼女はどこ？
The sky. Her main goal is to travel beyond the sky, to keep flying higher and higher. That's Asuka Kurashina's true desire.
空の彼方。
I've been wondering what sets Asuka apart for quite a while now. Why does she never fear strong opponents? How can she keep improving day after day? I ask myself those questions constantly, and thanks to that, I finally reached an answer. When I first saw Saki Inui, I was afraid of her. But now I know I have nothing to worry about. Asuka and I are going to defeat you two, so I've got no reason to take you up on your offer. I give Irina-san that reply, bow to her, and then turn away. Asuka.
Hi.
Let's get going. We've got more important things to do.
Hi.
We turn our backs to Irina-san. Then, without a moment's delay, we start walking toward the staircase.
もう決して戻らないんですか？あれほど強く空を駆け抜けた伝説の選手なのに。
I stop. And then, I decide to answer her question without ever turning around. I will return. With Asuka. Excuse us. Further than anyone else, higher than anyone else, Asuka's trying to reach the place I've always dreamed of seeing. And she wants to do it with a smile on her face. That was a very long creak. We're back at the club room, staring off into space silently. You know, I am a very realistic and logical person, so I can definitely see where Irina-san's point of view is coming from, right? In fact, I was actually reinforcing what she just said. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to feel or that I don't want to hope that what Messiah is saying is not gonna happen. I have hope too for something beyond just like logic and just physical limitations. I did say I am a pretty passionate person. You know, and I do think passion definitely will drive you beyond your physical capabilities. But, you know, I don't actually try to put that into practice during actual physical training and whatnot. Because if I do, I'd probably kill myself, I'm not gonna lie. We're back at the club room, staring off into space silently. I mean, it doesn't mean that I don't give myself like 100% every training session. That's why I still keep improving, right? But like I said, I kind of know my own ceiling, and people might say this is a defeatist, like, mindset. But I feel like I have come to terms with it. You know? But yeah, sorry, I did not know where I was gonna, I don't know what else to say about that topic. I actually was at a loss for words after saying that word, or after saying that sentence. So let's just continue on for now. Practice is over for today, so we're the only ones left. It feels kinda awkward to be sitting across from each other like this, which is why I'm trying not to meet her gaze.
マセヤさん、ごめんなさい。
Asuka breaks the silence.
勝手に話に割り込んで、あんなことまでして、その。
Asuka. I interrupt Asuka.
はい。
I'm really happy that you told her I'm fighting alongside you.
嬉しかっただなんて、そんな。本当に思ってるから言いたかったんです。マセヤさんはずっと戦ってましたから。
Thanks, but back then, Asuka cheered me right up. I gained strength thanks to her words of encouragement. However, doubt still lingers in my heart. Thing is, she was kinda right. I'm choosing not to fly even though I can. The sight of me without a pair of FC graph shoes on used to be rare. But now, I only ever wear usual commuter ones. I wasn't always like this. Yeah. I used to wear my flight suit more often than my regular clothes. But I can't even remember the last time I've worn one. I was once a Skywalker. Those words flow right out of my mouth. This all happened back when I was still in elementary school. At the time, I was doing fine in school and more traditional sports, but didn't really stand out in any way. And that was because I never managed to find anything I could pour my heart into. I just killed time every single day without ever figuring out what I truly wanted to do. That didn't stop me from looking though. I desperately searched for something new I could master, something unique that I could dominate, because I wanted to travel beyond the known world and take in unseen sights. And that desire grew stronger with each passing day. I feel like as a kid, when you're actually thinking about this is in elementary school, mind you. This is actually a very adult mindset. Eventually, I discovered FC. It all started when my dad took me to a regional tournament. To be honest, I didn't really expect much. I only agreed to tag along because I had nothing better to do. However, I fell in love with FC instantly. Players were racing through the sky at unimaginable speeds, employing all sorts of different tactics in a desperate struggle for points. And most of all, one particular Skywalker left an incredibly strong impression on me. Aoi Kagami. Back in the day, no one else in Japan could even touch her. I was entranced by the sight of a player who swept the regional tournament with little effort. Entrance? I actually don't know. I feel like I've heard how to pronounce that, but I keep forgetting it. The sheer beauty of the contrails left behind by her graph shoes made a new desire bloom within me. I want to fly. My constant search ended on that day. The first encounter I had with this revolutionary new form of technology changed my way of life forever. When I reached the minimum operation age, I got my hands on some graph shoes and flew around every chance I got. There weren't many places I could go, since flight areas were still fairly restricted, but a brand new world opened up to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't get FC out of my mind. And soon enough, flying wasn't enough to satisfy me. I wanted to be faster. I wanted to stoke the fire that had been lit in my heart as I watched the regional tournament. But most of all, I wanted to meet that player who had inspired me. Luckily, I got an opportunity to do that rather fast. My dad knew someone who was related to Aoi-san, so he got her to agree to teach me. We went over the basics together, and then I worked up the courage to ask her what I truly wanted. Please, teach me FC. Aoi-san was dumbfounded by my request, but she quickly burst out laughing. I still remember what she asked me as she rubbed my head. I don't know why this is not voiced, considering the flashback at the beginning of the game was voiced. I don't remember exactly how I replied. Though, it was probably something like, yeah, I do, or more than anything. Either way, the expression on Aoi-san's face stuck with me. Despite how cheerful and kind she was acting, there was a sad look in her eyes. And I didn't understand how that was possible when she was a champion. You love flying, don't you? Asuka nods. Thing is, sometimes it's easier to get hurt because of how much you love it. Should I keep going? Should I actually let Asuka in on how this story ends? I should. Considering where Asuka's headed, I'm sure she'll experience the exact same sense of pain someday. Do you want me to continue? Even if people Thing is, Messiah, even if you get into the same sort of situation, people react differently to how, to how it is, depending on a lot of factors. Their personality, their upbringing, how they are as a person. Like, he's probably trying to drop, some knowledge into her, like pearls of wisdom, or maybe he's just being egotistical and just wants to share his story, I don't know.
Hi.
Asuka gives me an even firmer nod this time around. She's staring at me intently, indicating that she doesn't want to miss a single word. And so, I slowly continue my story. Aoi-san agreed to become my coach, so I was on cloud 9. She spent half a year drilling the basics into me. Is that supposed to be Shirase-san? At which point, I participated in a tournament full of older, more experienced players, but somehow, I managed to finish in 3rd. After that, the FC Association recognized me as a representative of Japan in the newly established U12 bracket. Thanks to that, the number of interviews requests kept going up, and around the same time, Aoi-san participated in the World Championship, so people started to talk me up as their disciple. They started to claim I was some prodigy who would change FC forever. All that talk made me certain FC was what I was looking for all along, which is why I spread my wings and soared through the sky to my heart's content. The sight of me flying seemed to make a lot of people happy. which in turn had me over the moon. However, my whole body was covered in sweat, and my breathing was ragged. That was the third time I had woken up due to a nightmare that day. My dried up throat hurt and my vision was fuzzy. Sleepless nights have become the norm for me. I won the regionals in my age group, then proceeded to dominate the nationals. Aoi-san was so happy that people would have thought she was the one who won. Around then, the people around me started talking about going international. However, the more I kept winning, the more I started to fear flying. My graph shoes, which used to feel like an extension of my body, became heavy weights that dragged me down. The pressure was overwhelming me. I couldn't tell Aoi-san that though. She believed in me more than anyone else, to the point where it seemed like watching me improve was her main source of joy in life. I knew she would do her best to help fix my problem if I told her. But I could also picture the disappointed look on her face, which kept me from telling her anything. Which, I also think this is also unbelievable. Just like how when we saw Asuka's time never actually went down, what Messiah's experiencing definitely would have made him slower in terms of practice, or, you know, there would be some signs in his physical limitations in practice. Aoi-san should have noticed this, is what I'm trying to say. The fact that Messiah's hiding this is fine and all, but there's no way she didn't notice, or if she noticed, she maybe just ignored it. Besides, at that time, Aoi-san was busy practicing for her international debut. She was already sacrificing enough of her valuable time for me, so I figured it wasn't right to stress her out more by burdening her with my personal problems. Aoi Kagami was the player I looked up to most. That was why I decided to handle it on my own. Unfortunately, the pressure I was exposed to was beyond what my little body could take. The nightmares and sleepless nights grew worse, transforming into a sense of nausea that constantly tormented me. Yeah, I feel like before he experienced this very severely, he would have already lost a tournament before anything. After being awakened by my usual nightmares, my gaze fell onto the shelf with all my trophies, ribbons, and interview clippings on it. Why did I have to suffer? Flying through the sky used to be the most fun thing in the world. Flying higher and faster than anyone else used to be pure bliss. But I could only ever get to that point by competing in tournaments and coming out on top. I wanted the fun to last forever, so I had to keep practicing and winning. But the more I won, the more the pressure built up. At that point, I tried to use the glory that supposedly came with winning to distract myself from the pressure. But I knew all along that it had grown to a point where I could no longer ignore it. I was talking to my own, sweat-drenched hand. Naturally, I didn't receive any response. Then, on a certain day 1 week before the World Championships, I played against a random boy I met by chance while I was practicing. I never imagined I would lose. I mean, there was no way someone who dominated the nationals could lose to an amateur, right? And yet, the boy grew at an astonishing rate over a short 2-hour period. Techniques I mastered through weeks of harsh practice. Ways of flying I trained by working to the point where I had tears in my eyes. He kept learning them like they were no sweat.
すごいな。君はそういう風に飛ぶんだ。 これ面白いね。
There's nothing fun about this. Cut it out and give back what you stole.
ねえ、もっとすごい飛び方をしてみせてよ。
You can somewhat hear Misaki when she was actually saying this line. No. How much more are you gonna steal from me before you're satisfied? How are you learning all these things I work hard to master so easily? Give them back. Give everything back.
どうしたの？試合は？
Shut up. I'm done here. I mean, if we keep playing, Stop it. Quit asking for more. See, this is only something that a prodigy will ever have to experience. You know? Because if I was in Messiah's shoes, which, truth be told, I would never be in his shoes because I would never be like a champion winner. But Messiah doesn't understand that what he's doing to a lot of his opponents in FC is exactly the thing that Misaki is doing to him right now. Don't you think people actually would envy you when you do something amazing when it took them like months to practice? People feel that all the time. But here's the thing. You keep practicing. Who cares? People learn things at different paces, right? It doesn't matter whether or not what you're doing seems insignificant to other people. As long as you feel that you're achieving something or you make a breakthrough, that's all that matters. But I guess, like I said, I come from a background where I guess I wasn't really expected to do stuff like that, right? So there was no pressure for me.
どうして？
Shut up! Go away! Don't ever show your face around me again! Don't ask me why! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I'm not saying that Messiah got everything on a silver platter, but I do feel like he got lucky in the fact that he got talent. Torn magazines and tournament certificates were before my eyes. The trophy I won had been broken into 2 pieces at the neck. I grabbed the scattered scraps of paper and threw them to the ground. The word prodigy, which was on one of the articles about me, entered my eyes. However, it was fuzzy because my vision was stained with tears. I stared at that scrap as I laughed at myself.
天才なんてどこがだよ。俺みたいなのが。
Oh, sorry about that. Everything was taken from me. I strongly believed I found my place in life. I strongly believed I could stay there, looking up at the sky forever. I strongly believed I was ahead of anyone else. And yet, everything came crashing down around me.
あいつみたいなのが本物の。
Someone like him, who managed to master everything I threw at him, was the prodigy. He was the one who deserved to remain in the sky. At that point, I just wanted to forget it all. The sky, the world, and also FC. I could no longer follow in Aoi-san's footsteps. In fact, I didn't even have a right to remain in the sky. Yeah, I feel like this happens when you get something that's very difficult for most people and you get it in a very short amount of time. you kind of take things for granted. Sure, I'm not denying the fact that he actually worked hard to practice. But when you have talent, or let's say you get rich quickly, right? It's the same thing. Even if you came from a poor family, the fact that you got rich quickly, at some point you're probably gonna forget how it feels to actually learn the value of money. In my opinion, it's kind of similar. And that's why I ran away. This is why it's never a good idea to get what you want in a very short amount of time, right? Like, I'm not saying that you can't do it. Like, this is just my own personal experience, but when I was fat, back during COVID times, this was, I think, back at the end of 2020, right? I was super fat. I was 76 kilograms, and I didn't have muscle, right? I was just like the average Joe, here in Southeast Asia anyway. I was a college student, I ate poorly, I never really cared about my sleep, and yeah, I was fat. I got COVID. But I researched about what I need to do to actually lose weight. And I think it's pretty apparent that I'm the type of person that really likes to research and plan my days in advance, right? So throughout like maybe 4 months or 5 months, I say, I lost all the weight that I had. I lost all the fat. I went from 76 kilograms to 61 kilograms. And that was only in 4 months. But the thing is though, like I said, I never really got complacent. I'm not like, I don't know, I don't want to say I'm not like other people, because I feel like I'm the same as any other people really, but I feel like most average people would probably become complacent and start to get back to how they were when they were fat, right? They would eat everything again. They would probably not want to exercise. Basically, the old habits would come back because you just reach your goal pretty quickly. And I did it in about 4 months. But I was 61 kilograms for a good year and a half. That was actually, I'm not like trying to brag or anything, but that was also not very good of me in terms of trying to gain muscle. I was actually doing stuff wrongly, but I had my six-pack, I had my abs, my body was actually very good. And, you know, it looks nice physically, aesthetically. But yeah, I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to become the average person. That doesn't mean I can't relate to the average person. I know for a fact that the average person would become complacent. I just want to deny that sort of like mentality if I could. And if it's a positive thing, of course. I'm not saying that everything that's, if you're conforming to society, everything is bad. Sometimes society does make good claims, but for the most part, I try to not really get swayed by the majority, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I kind of ranted something totally unrelated. I explained absolutely everything to her. From the reason I quit FC to what was going on through my head. And honestly, it kind of feels like it's helping me come to terms with the past. Pretty pathetic, huh? Here I am talking big, trying to give everyone pep talks, when I'm just a coward who doesn't dare to take the sky. I'm a terrible coach. I managed to stand my ground and fire back at Arena Sun earlier, but that only happened because I didn't want to let Asuka down. It isn't like I felt particularly strong or confident in that moment. I just barely pulled myself together thanks to Asuka. Asuka seems to be having trouble finding the right words.
話を聞いて思ったんです。マサヤさんは ぱり最高のコーチだって。
I'm not.
そんなことあるんです。
Asuka immediately denies my words, which makes it hard for me to respond.
マサヤさんは辛かった過去があって、だから私みたいなダメな子にも教えられるんです。
But I ran away.
でもそれが辛いってわかるから、辛いんだよって教えられるじゃないですか。そんなの誰にだってできることじゃないんです。
Not wrong, I suppose.
だからそんな悲しいこと言わないでください。
But as I said, I don't know, maybe it's just the fact that Maybe the fact that I don't really... I don't know. I thought that what Messiah was doing to Asuka is projecting. But maybe that's not really the case. Maybe it's more fundamental. Maybe I'm just afraid that what I'm teaching to people is just me being egotistical. I don't know.
マサヤさんはかっこよくて優しくて、それに飛ぶことの楽しさを教えてくれた人なんですから。
Oh, sorry about that. I thought I actually muted the mic. I am? She really feels that way about me. I remember saying something just like that to Aoi-san. Yeah, I'm sure that happened, which is why I know how to react. No one wants to see their idols fall, and Aoi-san never let me down in that regard. If I deny Asuka's words now, I'll kill her motivation. Asuka.
はい。
Sorry, I won't whine anymore. If you think I'm cool, I'll just have to work real hard to live up to that.
私余計なことをしちゃいました。
This is also something that I don't have, really. I don't have an idol, right? I don't have someone I look up to. I take in every good thing about a person, but there's like billions of people in the world. I don't specifically have one person where I think that they will never make any mistake, where they actually are not going to be vulnerable. If they're vulnerable, I'll just take a look at someone else and see how they do to actually do, or to counter what made the other person vulnerable. That's the type of person I am. I don't idolize people. So I don't want people idolizing me too in return, right? You treat people how you want to be treated. No, not at all. I pat Asuka's head lightly. Thanks. You cheered me up. I mean it. I can't get all depressed when Asuka's around. It's fine when I'm alone, but when I'm with her, I have to live up to the image she has of me in her mind. Yeah, see, for someone like Messiah, this might be useful because he's just gonna get depressed if he's alone. But for someone like me, it's more pressuring. Like, you have a version of me in your mind that is probably nowhere close to what the real me is probably like. So you're gonna, if I don't act the way you want me to act and you're disappointed, that's not my problem. I don't care about that. But Messiah, he doesn't have a very good sense of self. Well, it's time to head home. The sky's starting to turn orange. Better get home before it's dark out. Asuka, you should... I look at Asuka. For some reason, she's gazing at me with sparkling eyes.
マサヤさん、私のわがままを聞いてくれませんか？
Go on.
私、見たいんです。マサヤさんが飛んでいるところ。 見せてください。日向雅也がどんな選手だったのか。
I look out the window. In the distance, I can make out the line-shaped contrails left behind by an airplane. Back in the day, my only desire was to explore that vast blue world. Turn to the sky and don't avert your eyes. The answer lies there. I repeat that mantra to myself. My fingers are noticeably stiff. Seems I've been clenching them this whole time.
ごめんなさい。練習用のシューズしかないのに。
Nah, it's fine. There are some graph shoes in our equipment box. They seemed usable, so I put them on. How many years has it been now? This feels so wrong. They don't feel anything like the graph shoes I used to commute to school.
もしやりにくそうだったら、また他の日にでも。
No. I turn Asuka's offer down and shoot her a smile. They'll do. And then, I look toward the slowly setting sun and truly fly again for the first time in many years. I can faintly make out Asuka's surprised voice. At first, I only move in a straight line. I pretend I'm on the first line and fly down it in a form that reduces drag to a minimum.
すごく速い。
To my surprise, it seems I haven't forgotten much. Good. I haven't used FC graph shoes in years, but that doesn't seem to be hurting me at all. Typo? In fact, I feel the same sensation I did back when I was so into FC that I was sleeping with my graph shoes in my arms. I'm a little moved, honestly. Okay, I'll show you something a little more match-oriented. I do a U-turn and fly toward Asuka. Asuka appears bewildered. Stay where you are. Though, if you get the chance to touch me, go for it.
そんないいですか？
Yeah, if you can. I pick up speed. Watch closely, Asuka. This is how you deal with an opponent who's waiting for you in front of second. I increase my speed and keep rushing toward her. Usually you stop here for a moment, right?
です。
Well, you can actually get past your opponent like this. I rush right into Asuka, then slightly alter my trajectory moments before impact. I fly a tight circle to dodge around her with minimal movement, and blow past her without slowing down. It's an advanced move that takes a whole lot of practice. Pretty cool, huh?
こんな避け方初めて見ました。
Okay, next. Let's have a dogfight. I do another U-turn and stop in front of Asuka. There are several ways to break out of the birdcage in this situation.
今練習してる矢継ぎ早に攻撃を仕掛ける方法ですね。
Right. But there's something else that'll work even better.
それはどういう？
You'll see. I fly toward Asuka's left as fast as I can.
逃がしませんよ。
Asuka responds by tilting right and going for my back. And right as her hand closes in on me. Got you! I use a repulsive force from Asuka to leap backward.
これって。
It's basically the same as Asuka's special move. I use a backflip to switch positions with her.
でもこれを読めます。
Asuka instantly spins around and tries to get behind me again. Nice reaction, but I cancel the loop midway, twist my body 45 degrees, and fly ahead. Unable to cope with that, Asuka exposes her back to me, and I take that chance to score a point.
そんな動き一体どうやってるんですか？
Asuka starts asking for tips right away. I'm not surprised. It takes a lot of work to seamlessly chain one motion into another. Typo? It took me a long time to learn. It's real fun to do once you master it though.
はい、すごく楽しそうです。
I'll teach you once you've gotten better.
絶対にですよ。
The two of us get swept up in a moment and soar through the sky for quite a while. We completely ignore the announcement that the sun is setting. And instead of heading back, we just fly through the cold air as if it's the most fun thing in the world. Wow. I didn't know it was so late. So, there are a couple things I want to say about that scene right there. That was actually a very awesome scene. See, in all the other routes, Messiah took a long time to face his trauma, right? Heck, in Mashiro's route, he could only fly for what, 10 seconds to beat Misaki. It goes to show that in this route, he definitely is facing a lot more things externally that made him have to actually deal with his trauma rather than just internally do it. And like I said, everything or every person deals with trauma or anything really differently, right? Messiah is the type that actually has to confront things on an external level. In Masaki's case, he actually never confronted the need to actually fly before Misaki saved him. So that was why he didn't... Well, he did fly after Misaki's route was finished, but he probably wasn't even doing his best. In this one, like, you know, it's the whole passion speech thing that I said. I do feel like it's a plot hole, the fact that Messiah can actually fly way better, or in fact, the same as he was doing when he was, like, you know, earlier as a kid. But I kind of like it. I kind of like the fact that passion sometimes overthrows logic and stuff like that. In cases like this, I don't mind it. But okay. Back to the story. Wow. I didn't know it was so late. We're exhausted now. And you know, Messiah probably forced himself to in this route to actually be good, since he needed to teach Asuka to win against Inui. Somehow, we didn't even notice the sun setting before this point.
まだまだ飛んでいたいです。
Same. We exchange a smile. I can't believe flying around without a care in the world was so fun. I feel like an idiot for avoiding it all these years.
マセヤさん、ありがとうございました。
Huh? What for?
だって私のために飛んでくれて。
He did.
怖かったかもしれないのに、わがまま聞いてくれました。なんだかもう私ダメですね。いつもこんな感じで。マセヤさんが優しいから甘えてばかりです。
Yeah, I feel that you're definitely overbearing, Asuka. But I guess your overbearingness is actually working on Messiah. I don't think Asuka's overbearingness would probably fit my personality. But in Messiah's case, it actually fit to a T. You haven't done anything wrong.
はい。
Yeah. Honestly, I'm the one who's been relying on you. So don't thank me. In fact, let me thank you.
あ、それこそなんでですか？
There's so much I'm grateful for that I don't know where to begin. Slowly but surely, she's been leading me to this point, bringing me closer to this place I've been scared of for so long. You're the whole reason I'm involved in FC again. I don't know what I'd be doing right now if you didn't ask for my help.
コーチをお願いした時ですか？
Yeah. I didn't expect you to get so worked up about it.
ごめんなさい。あの時は私も夢中で。
Right. And that pure, passionate part of you is what inspired a change in me. She made me remember the joy I felt when I first asked Aoi-san to take me under her wing. And now, there's no way I can ever forget it again. Thanks to her, my love for FC has started to return. My desire to soar through the air, to travel beyond the sky, has returned to me. If you didn't push me, I would have ignored FC for the rest of my life. It almost feels like Asuka knew about my inner turmoil in some level. Maybe she even asked me to fly in order to help me. Now you're just making up some scenarios that is not even plausible, Messiah. She can't mind read you. Thank you, Asuka. Don't make up some narrative now just so that it fits your delusions, Messiah. I'm glad I got to fly alongside you. I can't even begin to explain how much she's done for me. Earlier, she stood up to Arena-san to protect me. And now, she's accepting all of my flaws and encouraging me. I can't possibly thank her enough for everything. Anyway, we need to get home. It's back to practice tomorrow. I turn in the direction of my place and get ready to take off.
マサヤさん。
But then, Asuka calls my name, stopping me in my tracks.
マサヤさん。
She calls out to me yet again. Her voice sounds really soft. Have I ever heard this tone before? Asuka. My voice comes out a little hoarse. Oh. I get it. I understand how I managed to finally overcome my trauma. I couldn't do it alone, and time didn't heal it. I only managed to conquer it because I have Asuka by my side. Thanks to her, my fear of flying has disappeared.
マサヤさん。
Until now, I've been pushing these feelings aside. But Asuka's voice is making it hard for me to keep my emotions in check. Warm, fuzzy feelings that comfort me and make my heart race. Powerful, kind words that force me to face upward even when I'm on the edge of despair. All those things well up in me at the same time. Asuka's engulfed in the warm light of the setting sun. Right now, I want to shout my feelings from the rooftops. I know I have to tell her, but...
マサヤさん。
What's the count at? 3, I think? Asuka called out my name yet again.
こうやって名前を呼んでいるだけで私幸せな気持ちになるんです。
Yeah, this is something I've never felt though. I don't think I've ever felt happy just saying something. Even back when I was younger.
ずっとなんでなんだろうなって考えていて、さっき飛んでいる時も考えていて、それで今マサヤさんからありがとうって言われて、体の奥の方が温かくなってわかりました。マサヤさん大好きです。
Ah. Holy shit. I should have stepped up and taken the lead. Man, I'm a total dumbass. I'm sorry, Asuka.
マサヤさん。
I'm hopeless. I mean, I love you so much, but I made you confess first. I'm still not doing your laugh, Messiah. We look at each other and laugh. Asuka.
はい。
I gaze into Asuka's eyes. We see each other almost every day, but for some reason, it kind of feels like we're just meeting for the very first time. I love you too.
はい。嬉しいです。
Her smile is as bright as the setting sun behind her. I was waiting for the ureshi, but she's not saying it. Huh? Asuka. Shining droplets start to spill down from Asuka's eyes.
ごめんなさい。私マサヤさんを見てたら気持ちがふわっと高ぶって、それで告白しちゃって。なのにマサヤさんは優しく俺も好きだよって言ってくれたのが嬉しくて、それで泣いちゃいました。
How can I ever repay her for her kindness? This girl puts on a cheerful front, but beneath that is a shy, meek side that she hides to keep from burning people. I'm happy to hear she loves me, but I also understand that I have to shoulder a heavy responsibility. Asuka. I love you, Asuka. There are still some tears in her eyes. However, I simply pretend not to notice and smile. And Asuka smiles right back at me. Eventually, the sun sets and it's dark out. But that doesn't matter, since we want to be together for as long as possible. Whoa, I didn't expect this either, actually. Thankfully, they didn't just go full romance and, you know, get into an H scene. Whew! Thank the Lord. Rika really made me traumatized. Oh, sorry. Twitchy fingers? I know, right? How many years has it been? True. I practiced with Asuka today. When I finally put on FC shoes again, I realized that I haven't forgotten a single one of the moves you taught me. It was fun. Mm-hmm. I think you faced me here right before I went off to the nationals, right?
Look,
I know it's all in the past now, but that was terrible. I actually considered calling it quits. Yeah.
FC はもうしません。話もしません。もう思い出したくないんです。あの話をしたのもここだったな。
Yeah.
私が言ったこと覚えてるか？
Of course. You said, I'll keep waiting here for you. Are you kidding me? That's like just saying you're not gonna take responsibility. I mean, sure, right now she's actually doing stuff that makes Messiah want to do FC, but... Are you kidding me? That's what she did? Or... That's what she said? But she didn't do anything for like, what, 5 years, 6 years? That is just crazy to me. Sorry, Aoi-san. Yeah, you did.
あんなに好きだった FC をやめて、私はマサヤがどこへ行くのかずっと心配だった。長かったよ、マサヤ。本当に長かった。
I'm sorry.
謝るな。私は嬉しいんだ。やっと言いたかった言葉が言えるんだからな。おかえり、マサヤ。
Thanks. I'm back, Aoi-san. Don't get me wrong, that was a pretty heartwarming scene. I just find it really weird that Aoi-san didn't do anything for the past 6 years or something. When she just said she's gonna wait for Messiah. He was a kid! Are you kidding me? He needed guidance. If he was an adult, sure, you could have left him alone. But he needed guidance. Sorry, back to this. After my long heart-to-heart conversation with Aoi-san, I usually end after the chapter 7 finishing, but we actually only got to 1 hour 25 minutes right now, so we're gonna go for another half an hour or so. I had an extremely vivid dream. It was the same dream I started having after the summer tournament. One full of hope where I was flying through the sky. A dream where I spread out my arms, faced upward, and flew as far as my wings could take me as the wind caressed my body. At first, I couldn't understand why that scene kept repeating in my mind. I thought that I might have been using it to vent my stress on some subconscious level. But eventually, I realized I was wrong. Because in those dreams, I was holding a girl's hand. And it was an incredibly warm, comforting hand. So warm, in fact, that I felt it set my heart ablaze. Whenever I looked at the girl in my dreams, I heard her say, "I'm having a lot of fun right now." And I replied in kind. Simply being by her side and flying with her was enough to keep me facing ever upward. Ultimately, no matter what struggles I faced, I always returned to this dream. It was the only place I could see that strong, kind smile, so I really had no other choice. The sheer warmth of it all made me think I was flying close to the sun. Asuka. I call out to her in my dreams. She's the girl I love. The girl who helped me beat back my long-standing depression. I realize I'm missing my blanket when I wake up. And as I think more, I remember everything that happened yesterday, as well as everything from my dreams. Man, this is kinda embarrassing. A smile rises to my face despite how self-conscious I feel. I can't deny the romance in this is actually very natural. In Masaki's case, it was a bit out of nowhere. I can't deny that. I like the fact that Messiah did not say he likes Misaki after chapter 8. But in this one, it just flows more natural, you know? I don't even have any complaint about the romance in this one at all. Well, whatever. I'm up already, so I guess I'll head to school early. Feels weird being up this early. I see my right hand when I'm about to get out of bed. The sunlight's shining right onto its palm, which makes it feel hot. Oh, I see. That explains the dream. No one's out this early, huh? I'm only 30 minutes ahead of my normal schedule, but there isn't a single soul in sight. A kindergarten bus normally passes by. A bus usually rolled past me as I walked towards school. And further down, I see some kindergarten teachers with some kids. And around here, I run into some elementary schoolers. I turned a corner while expecting them to dash right into me and... Ah! Didn't expect this. Damn. What do I even say? Yeah. Good morning. We awkwardly bob our heads as we greet each other. Oh yeah. Figured I head to school since I woke up early and all. God, the small talk is so cringy. So, about yesterday... My words seemed to trigger something in Asuka. In an instant, her face is bright red. Asuka?
昨日のことですか？
Why is she getting all flustered? Oh, I see. She probably thinks I'm talking about how we confess to each other. My bad. I just wanted to tell her about my talk with Aoi-san. But obviously she wouldn't have guessed. Oh, what happened yesterday, made me really happy. Typo? Thanks. Since we're on the topic already, it's better to just talk about it. I know it's weird to thank her, but that's gotta be better than trying to awkwardly change the topic, right?
はい、私も嬉しかったです。すごく。
Crap. Asuka looks really cute right now. God, stop with this, Messiah. The way she's acting all shy by looking back and forth between me and the ground is driving me nuts. I swear, I'd hug her right there, right here and now if no one else was around. Wait, we're actually all alone. Forget that. Point is, my love for her is overwhelming me. Don't know if I could actually work up the courage to embrace her, but that doesn't really matter. Do you usually walk to school around this time? Asuka nods.
そうですね。ほぼ毎日この時間に家を出てます。
Damn, I'm impressed. I could never manage that.
ほら、最初にここへ来た時、遅刻しそうだったじゃないですか。
Oh yeah. That was a close call. We had to fly at top speed, and we still just barely made it.
だからちゃんと間に合うようにって早めに家を出るようにしたんです。
One little mistake's changed your way of life, huh? Cool. Maybe I should take a page out of her book.
でも
Yeah?
あの日遅刻しそうになったおかげでマサヤさんと出会えたから。だからそう悪いことばかりでもないです。何言ってんでしょうかね、私。今のは気にしないでください。
Man, she's really, really cute. God, when the game does this, I feel like I'm just like turning off my brain. I really don't comprehend, Messiah, how this is cute. I mean, I'm thankful that she's saying it, but I don't feel anything else. Sorry, man.
それでどうしましょう。
What do you mean?
私たちって昨日から付き合ってるってことになるんですよね。
Yeah. It's a little embarrassing when she puts it like that, but she's not wrong.
みんなにどう言いますか？
Oh. Shit. Yeah, I mean, keeping quiet is probably a bad idea.
ですよね。でもどう言えばいいんでしょうか。
Good question. Let's see. Announcing it at a meeting would be pretty tacky. Guess our only choice is to tell each of them individually. Let me handle it.
いいんですか？マサヤさんにお任せして。
Yeah. It'd probably be harder for you, right?
そうですね。
Okay, so I've gotta tell everyone. That's easy enough, but when? It'll get harder the longer I wait, so as soon as possible, I guess.
おはよ
Hi.
う。おはようございます、みさきちゃん。
Great. I already sound like a total weirdo. This music is nice. Misaki, you got the best BGM, man. You got the best theme out of all the girls. If I keep this up, she'll figure it all out on her own.
今日は2人揃ってなんだね。そうだね。最近はずっと別々だったのに。そうなんです。本当にたまたま家を出たところで一緒になってね。ですよね、マサヤさん。
Yeah. What a weird coincidence. Ha ha ha. God damn it! I can't do it, man. Sorry, Messiah. You're so bad at this.
そっか、普段は来る時間が違うもんね。
I tried, okay? That was the best I could do.
コーチと選手の息が合ってるってのはいいことだよ。
You said it. Not gonna do it again. Man, that was close. Guess we managed to pull the wool over their eyes. It was probably just an offhand comment, but Misaki nearly gave me a heart attack there.
あ、まどか、真白のとこに委員会のプリント持っていくのまだやってなかったんじゃ。そうだね、一緒に行く？ホームルーム始まる前に済ませときたいよね。じゃあお二人ちょっと行ってくる。
You do that.
はーい。じゃあ行ってきまーす。
Whew. What a relief.
気づかれてないですよね、今の。
Based on their reactions, we should be fine. We got by on the skin of our teeth. Though honestly, I don't want to keep doing this, so I'd better tell everyone fast. I'll talk to Madoka after practice.
そうですね。どう思う？限りなく黒に近いグレートみたい。だよね。私はむしろ確定なのかなと。この間の休日ぐらいから本格的かなと思ってたけど、どうやらちょっと進展があったみたいだね。まさや先輩め、いつの間にちゃっかりそんなことを。で、どうする？いろいろと楽しいことできそうだけど。ドキドキ質問タイムが始まるんですね。アスカ先輩って可愛いですねってまさや先輩に言うとか、お互いを見ている時の視線を観察するとか。アスカの方にもいろいろできそうだよね。まさやってかっこよくなったよねって言ってみるとか、告白しちゃおうかなって言ってみるとか。まあ、あの二人だと本当にオロオロしちゃうだけだろうし、いたずらは今日だけにして会議の後にでもバラしちゃおうよ。そうなの？最低3日は楽しめると思ったのに。1週間ぐらいいけそうですよね。君らどうですか？でもまあこれについては私の意見を優先してもらうよ。ブーじゃないの。2人とも分かりましたね。はーい、分かりました。
Okay, let's start today's meeting.
じー。
Why are you staring at me, Misaki? She isn't trying to mess with me, right?
別に。なんかマサヤって最近かっこよくなったよね。
God, that is so fake. Why bring that up?
ねえ、アスカ。私はその。
Cool it, Asuka. You're getting way too flustered. Why are you asking her that? That's pretty damn weird.
そんな師匠と弟子の関係じゃない。私以上にちゃんと見てるかなって思っただけだよ。
Misaki's clearly up to something. Is this all a joke to her? Or does she know? Maybe I should just tell them now. Though, that might ruin the rest of the meeting.
そういや、アスカ先輩も最近一層可愛くなった気がします。
Why are you playing along with Misaki's joke?
マサヤ先輩はそう思いませんか？
Huh? Oh, Quit staring at me, Asuka.
すみません、つい。
Man, at this rate, it's only a matter of time before they find out. Why are Misaki and Mashiro doing this? There has to be a good reason. What are you two trying to pull?
いいえ。何も。
God, they're acting more suspicious than us.
はいはい。じゃあマネージャーから。
Sure, go ahead. What's she gonna do?
二人ってもう付き合ってるんだよね。
Huh?
ま、予想通りってことで。
あまりにそのまますぎてちょっとつまんないです。
ま、そうだったね。
What the? How long have you guys...
ああすまん、授業が遅くなってな。なんだこの空気は。
兄ちゃん、とりあえず回れ右して帰って。
I mean, what's wrong? Can't we just sell him too?
なんでだ。そうか、日向と暮らしながらな。ああ。
なんで兄ちゃんはそんな親戚のおじさんみたいな感想なの。まあどうしてこうなったかについてはおいおい聞くとして、
やっぱりどこが好きなのかとか聞きたいですよね。
あ、私答えなきゃいけないんですか。そりゃまあ当たり前よね。
ですです。
そんな、まさやさんの好きなところは。
You don't have to answer, Asuka. Hey guys, quit pressuring her.
へえ、まさやさんは命令できちゃうんだ。
さすがまさやさんです。
Seriously?
はいはいはい。もうそろそろ高藤の人たちも来るし、可愛がりはその辺にして着替えるよ。はーい。じゃあアスカ、続きは着替え中にね。
二人でいるときはちょっと違ったりするんですか？
Hey! Good job. Now go for a string of moves while you're there. Shindo-san, please focus on dodging Asuka's attacks. Oh, but try to get behind her for an attack at the same time too.
わかったよ、日向くん。それじゃ倉科くん、いつでも来てくれ。
わかりました。行きます。
Our zigzag string is starting to look good. So now we're trying to predict what Saki Inui's reaction would be. Shindo-san creates the birdcage. Then when the pressure from Asuka gets to be too much, he breaks away and shoots for the boy. Asuka then jumps to the next line, blocks Shindo-san's path, and reverses their roles. That's the response we came up with. I'm using Inui's match from the other day as reference to carefully craft the most efficient and strategic options for Asuka.
本当に速くなったな、倉科くん。
まだまだそんなことないですよ。
At this point, they're equals. No, wait. I guess it's more accurate to say Shindo-san's finally breaking a sweat.
以前からポテンシャルの高さを評価されていたとはいえ、この成長は目を見張るものがあると満足げに語る日向コーチであった。
Quit trying to guess my thoughts, Madoka.
でも大体そんなとこでしょ。
I guess. Asuka must seem like a prodigy to most folks. And I'm sure that goes double for Madoka, who serves as our manager. Hey Madoka,
何？
sorry I started dating Asuka. I know this must be hard for her. I mean, a coach dating one of their players is wrong on so many levels. And it doesn't help that we have an important tournament coming up. She's our manager, so it probably irritates her most.
私は良かったと思ってるよ。
Wait, really?
だってアスカちゃん、日向くんのことを本当にすっごく好きだったから、我慢しなくてよくなったんだってかえってほっとしてるぐらいだよ。
Wait, what? How long has she liked me?
いや、さすが
I do think what Asuka was doing was more imprinting though. I feel like a lot of people, especially in their teenager ages, are just not very they're not very good at understanding their own feelings. That's why I said that it was imprinting, right? And I don't know whether or not it's correct or not. That was just my speculation. But at the end of the day, like, what I say doesn't really matter if Asuka herself thinks that it's love, right? No, not at all.
ちゃんとひなたくん、おでここっちに寄せて。
What do you... Ouch!
今のデコピンはアスカちゃんと神様からの罰だと思いなさい。
See, here's the thing though, Madoka. Just because someone likes me doesn't mean that I have to reciprocate that I like them back. You know? I didn't do anything wrong.
悪いわよ。鈍感は罪なのだよ、ひなたくん。
Ugh.
まあ、ひなたくんの同行した鈍感はともかく、アスカちゃんとしてはいい結果になったなって。
But I'm her coach, so this is...
じゃあ付き合うのやめる？コーチだからって言って。
Of course not.
だよね。だったら大切にしてね、アスカちゃんを。
I definitely will.
ひなたくんだったらコーチとしての立場を見失ったりしないだろうし、だから私としては安心してるよ。だからまあ月並みな言葉だけども、アスカちゃんのことも部活のこともちゃんと大切にしてね。何？じっと黙ってこっち見て。
I was just thinking we're lucky to have a manager as great as you.
今頃気づいたか。
I was worried about how everything would turn out, but everything seems to proceed without any issues. Man, I can't thank Madoka enough.
そうだったんですか、まどかちゃんが。
I just finished telling Asuka about my conversation with Madoka.
なんか頑張らないとって思いました。
Asuka clenches her fists and strikes a pose.
でもこれからどうしましょうか、私たち。
We shouldn't force ourselves to act any different. We're together basically every single day, so we spend lots of time together already.
そうですよね。
That's right. We're dating now, but not much else has really changed. I just feel a little restless when we're alone together. That's all. Where do we go from here? Actually, when I start thinking about it, some inappropriate thoughts start to fill my head. There's no way I can tell Asuka about any of that. I shake my head to clear my mind. Please don't ruin this game. 8 scenes! Fuck! I just know it's gonna ruin the pacing. We land at the terminal, then proceed to walk home. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. When we reach the fork in the road, I wave my hand at Asuka and begin to walk down my branch. Asuka, however, just stands there without giving me any kind of response. Asuka? Is something wrong? I'm really worried here.
いや、その大したことじゃないんですけど。
Does she want me to walk her home? She's fidgeting an awful lot.
その今日はもうちょっとお話ししたいです。
Oh.
迷惑ですか？
No. I actually want the exact same thing.
本当ですか？よかった。それじゃあうちに来てください。
Huh? Your place?
はい。
Won't that bother your family?
今日はみんな出かけてるんです。
No!
誰もいなくて。
No! I see. With me all alone.
ですです。だからマサヤさんと喋りたくて。
Guess that explains her sudden invitation. Oh my god, no! She didn't want to be alone, huh? I'm kind of disappointed to hear that's her main motive. Thank you, Asuka. You pure and kind soul, thank you. Don't let Messiah trick you into whatever he wants you to do. Wait, that doesn't change the fact that we're all alone. My heart's beating a mile a minute. It's probably safe to say she likes me. So how is she taking all this? Well, duh. Of course she likes you, Mr. Obvious. We already confessed to each other and everything. The hell am I thinking? Kinda feels like this whole situation has fried my brain.
マサヤさん、これ。
Asuka hands me a cushion that looks like a strawberry. Oh, thanks. I place it on the ground and sit on it. Asuka sits down on her bed. Then, we just look at each other and smile.
なんだか変な気持ちです。
Yeah, I know what you mean.
二人で話しても、みんなから言われても、付き合ってるってのが信じられなくて。
Yeah, it hasn't really sunk in yet.
マサヤさんは私のことどう思っ
I love you. I really do.
すごい言えちゃうんですね。
Asuka casts her gaze down to the floor as a blush stains her cheeks.
私も好きなんです。大好きなんですけど、どうしたらいいのかわからなくて。
What do you mean?
初めてなので付き合うってなったらどうするのかとか全然わからないんです。そうです、マサヤさん。ここでも私をコーチしてくれませんか？
Huh? What the hell is she saying?
こう付き合ったらこういうことがあるとか、そういうのをコーチしてくれないかなと思って。
God, you're reminding me of this girl called... Shit, I forgot her name. There was like this girl in this game called Eternights? Eternights? That has the same kind of like thing about calling us coach. It's so weird.
ダメでしょうか？
Listen, Asuka. That game was actually pretty funny though. I actually enjoyed watching it. I didn't play the game myself because the gameplay is actually one of the worst things the game has to offer. But other than the gameplay, everything about it is actually not bad. That's impossible. I can't coach you.
ダメですか？そうですか。
I mean, I've never dated anyone either.
そんな本当ですか？
Yeah. Why does it feel like she just kicked me straight into nuts? Well, whatever. I can't really complain.
そんなにかっこいいのに今まで誰とも。
Sure, boost my ego, Asuka. Keep inflating my ego. Yeah, well, it's hard to believe you've never had a boyfriend when you're this cute.
私なんかもう本当に何一つとしてそういう話なかったですから。
Okay?
だからダメって言われたらどうしようって好きだって分かっても不安でしょうがなくて困ってたんですよ。
Oh, sorry about that, Asuka. Yeah, I was in the same boat. I didn't manage to piece my feelings together until the moment you confessed. Nope. We started laughing. Guess we were both surprised by how silly we acted before the confession.
おかしいですね、私たち。
You can say that again. Well, this is great. All that laughter has helped ease the tension in the air. What is that sound? Give me a sec. I think something is going on my other PC. And I'm back. Yeah, looks like a stream I had open was actually on, so I had to pause it. Because it was pretty loud. It was on my TV. I had like a streaming PC media thing, which is, you know, just a very cheap PC for multimedia purposes. So like watching YouTube, watching Twitch and stuff like that. So that I can put like ad block on Google Chrome and shit like that. Because you don't really want to use a smart TV. Heck, I think you can probably mod a smart TV into having ad block and stuff too. But I think it's just easier to just get yourself a multimedia PC. It's pretty cheap. You probably can make it with about $200 or something. Maybe even cheaper. And you know, you can do multiple stuff with it, not just watch videos. You can listen to music and whatnot. Maybe even some light, what's the word I'm looking for? Text, not texting. Work documenting, you know? Making some documents, and maybe Excel and stuff like that. So, a pretty easy, simple to use multimedia PC, yeah. Okay, did I actually read this? I don't think so. Let's continue. Plus, Asuka's expression has softened too.
ごめんなさい。ちょっと出ますね。
Asuka's phone rings, at which point she checks the caller ID and promptly answers. I personally think even back when I was younger, I wouldn't be in a girl's house for like till late at night. I grew up in a very strict household, and I don't know, I don't think I would be comfortable doing that.
もしもしお母さん？うん、もう家に帰ってる。
But then again, I guess most people actually do this pretty often when they're with their girlfriend. I don't know. Even back when I was still younger, I feel like I wasn't really into I don't know, maybe I'm just distant, man. Maybe I've always been callous and not really cared too much about this. In a public space, it's okay, but if it's in our house or in one of my friend's house, well, a friend is okay. Like, you know, if we're hanging out with the boys and stuff. But this feels a bit frivolous, I guess. Not a good look. Oh, it's Kyoka-san. Man, it's kind of nice to hear Asuka being more casual.
わかった。はーい。
What'd she say?
それがその。
Asuka looks at me with a troubled, embarrassed expression on her face.
今日はお父さんと一緒に出先でそのまま泊まるから帰ってこないって。
Don't do this, Asuka. Let me go home. Huh?
二人きりですね。
No, the music. I never expected this. Everything's changed. It's gonna be hard for me to keep myself in check at this point.
マサヤさん、まだそのうちにいてくれますか？
No. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can't just leave you all alone.
よかったです。一人になったら寂しいですもんね。
You're not a kid, Asuka. Just lock the door. Asuka flashes me a smile.
えっと、
But then, she grips the hem of her skirt with both of her hands. Oh no!
決めました。私。
You guys on YouTube are actually, you know, privileged by not seeing the H scenes, I'm not gonna lie. The H scenes are okay, but in terms of me just wanting to continue the story, it's a massive downer. It's a massive 2 thumbs down for me. Huh? About what?
マサヤさん、ちょっと立ってください。
Okay. What now?
で、ここに座ってください。
Asuka pats the spot next to her on her bed. Okay. I sit beside her. This is my first time sitting on a girl's bed, so I'm real nervous. Man, it's really soft. What the hell am I thinking? What did you mean when you said you made up when you made up your mind, Asuka? Asuka smiles at me despite my rather tense tone.
今まではさっきみたいな距離でお話ししてました。
Yeah? Sounds about right.
だからちょっと近づいてみることにしたんです。この距離だったらマサヤさんが近くてドキドキします。
Oh, I get it. Yeah, this is probably the first time we've sat this close to each other. Gotta say, it's a lot more embarrassing than the times we were flying side by side.
どうするかわからないので、ひとまずこうしてみようかなって。ダメでしょうか。
As long as we stop at this, it's okay, Asuka. No, it seems fine to me. Let's give it a shot.
はい、ありがとうございます。
And so, we decide to bring the distance between us down a notch, but... Man, I'm feeling more embarrassed than ever. She's so close I find myself staring at her pretty eyes and supple lips.
なんと言いますか。すごく恥ずかしいです。
Asuka's face looks like a tomato. Aren't you bored of just staring at my face?
いえ、疲れないです。全然。
Asuka shakes her head vigorously.
マサヤさんの眉の形とか鼻とかじっくり見たことがなくて、今すごく興味が湧いてきてます。
Guess we're on the same page here. Yeah, I've been looking at your eyes too. Oh, and also your lips. At least you're honest, Messiah.
口をですか？
Yeah, they're tiny and cute.
ありがとうございます。マサヤさんの口もキリッとしててかっこいいです。
Oh, sorry about that. Thanks. Can't say I've heard that one before. No one else can ever see us like this. We'd never live it down. Never thought I'd be one of those annoying lovebirds people always talk about. But you know what? I'm fine with that as long as I get to keep looking at Asuka's cute face.
マサヤさん。
Asuka says my name in a hoarse voice. And it flips a switch in me as it echoes around in my head. Asuka?
はい。
My breath catches in my throat. I wanna kiss you. As long as it stops at that, Messiah. Asuka's mouth opens and shuts a few times, but she just stares at me without saying a single word. Come on, respond! I'm getting real nervous.
はい。
Asuka closes her eyes after she says that. Asuka. I bring my face closer to hers. And eventually, my lips lightly touch Asuka's. They feel soft and tender, though they're trembling a little. I wrap my arms around her body as I continue to kiss her.
マサヤさん。
God, these H scenes are the worst part of the game. God, help me! Asuka tries to pull her mouth away, but I don't let her escape. This time, I press into her harder. I kiss her lips over and over, enjoying the sensation.
マサヤさん。
Asuka's feverish voice lights a fire within me. And I can tell she's feeling a lot more hot than usual as well. We lust after each other's lips to the point where we start getting sweaty. Ah, Messiah. I can't even begin to express how I feel about her. All I know is that I'm currently driven by the urge to make every single part of her mine. We don't stop kissing as we try to talk. After all, our actions can convey our feelings just as well as words. And so, we start kissing all sorts of different places.
マサヤさんの目ってすごく好きです私
Asuka gives me a peck near my eyes as she says that. And I love this part of you here. I lightly press my lips against one of her earlobes. Did that tickle?
はい少しだけ
Can we go home? Asuka follows that answer up with a giggle.
ちょっとエッチですね耳たぶのとこにキスとか
Sorry, I just wanted to give it a try.
いいんですエッチでも私もすごくドキドキしてますし
At that point, Asuka starts stroking my chest.
マサヤさんとこんな近くにいられるなんて付き合うってすごいことなんですね
Guys, you've been dating for one day. Are you really gonna go jump straight to sex? She mutters that in an intoxicated fashion. Yeah. And then, it just kind of happens. I follow Asuka's lead and gently stroke her chest. It kinda just happened, right? Asuka's body jumps. And after that, she retreats onto the bed to escape my clutches. This is for sure gonna turn into an H scene. I was gonna end... but... I guess we just gotta power through. I don't want to start the next episode with an H scene. Asuka!
ごめんなさい何もないんですけど急に胸を触られてびっくりしちゃいました
God, you guys on YouTube have no idea how lucky you are to not have to see the H scenes. Oh, that was...
そうですよね私が先に触ったんですよねマサヤさんは何も悪くないです何も
I mean, I keep reiterating this, right? These H scenes are fine, but these are not my thing, you know? Like, I don't play these games to find girls that I can romance and... Like, I don't know, I guess, like... Not relate, what's the word I'm looking for? To date, you know? If I want to do that, I'd probably find a real girlfriend. And no, I don't play these games to, like, fap either. I play Nuki games for that. So, whenever H scenes actually comes during these story games where it's not part of the story, I just facepalm, man. And this game in particular, because it's very lovey-dovey, which I don't know, to me is just weird. I think I've said this before in my Grisaya playthrough, but it feels like I'm watching someone else have sex, which is just awkward with, like, you know, a couple that has sex. I can't put myself in Masaya's shoes because like I said, I don't want to fuck Asuka or fuck Rika or fuck any one of these girls. This isn't a Nuki-ge, damn it. Asuka's panting as she stares at me with a bewildered expression on her face. Her large, round breasts jiggle slightly, which draws my gaze. Asuka, I want to touch them again. Asuka's eyes widen.
触っちゃうんですかそれってさっきみたいに撫でるとかじゃないんですよね
If you are a girl and you're watching this, please deny your boyfriend. This is the first date you just dated. I'll probably do a lot more this time around. Guys probably would like this, like girls actually wanting to have sex after the first day. But trust me, guys are just more lustful creatures in general. Not everyone, of course. Asuka yelps upon hearing my response.
そんなことされたら私無 う絶対におかしくなっちゃいます。
Yeah, and she won't be the only one. Still, not doing anything would be even worse.
どうしても触りたいですか？
Yeah.
マサヤさんの返事がすごく素直です。
Asuka's shoulders suddenly droop. Yes, she's given up.
わかりました。すごく恥ずかしいけど、マサヤさんが触りたいのなら。
Come on, let me just censor this for YouTube. Show your chest already, Asuka. Asuka relaxes her body, which leaves her wide open. Well, don't mind if I do. I get onto the bed and move toward Asuka.
マサヤさんが近いです。
I carefully examine her breasts. My overall impression has always been that they're big, but maybe that's an understatement.
あまりまじまじと見ないでください。恥ずかしいです。
Sorry, it's just kinda hard when they look this good. Man, I really want to touch them.
触っちゃうんですか？いいですけど。
Oh man. I palm her breasts with both my hands. Asuka lets out a sharp cry as her body tenses. Man, these feel all hot and soft even with her clothes in the way. Guess her heart's racing.
マサヤさん、絶対動かしちゃダメですよ。
Huh? Why not?
触られてるだけでもすごくドキドキしてるのに、ここで動かされたりしたら私死んじゃいます。
She actually said she's gonna die. That's a problem. I don't want you dead, but I do want to see you get even more turned on. And so...
いや、だから
I move my hands in a circular motion to net her breasts. Need? Asuka throws her head back a little when her body begins to tremble. Wow, you're adorable. Her reaction makes me want to do more.
だからダメです。ダメですって。
I keep kneading her breasts over and over, adding a little more strength each time. Asuka lets out an even louder moan this time despite her protests. Her feverish breaths brush over my hands, making my excitement swell.
マサヤさん、もう本当にダメです。これ以上動かしたら嫌いになります。
Huh?
いや、そんなことないです。嫌いとか絶対嫌いにならないですけど、ちょっとだけ怒るかもです。
God, stand your ground, Asuka. Asuka corrects herself. Fine, I'll stop for now.
はい、すみません。
But instead... A moment later, I grasp the hem of her clothes and start sliding them up.
マサヤさん、それを違う。
I ignore her protests and quickly push her top off. Okay, this is gonna be it, right? I can censor this. Yeah, I think I'll just censor it right here. Sorry, YouTube. She's gonna moan too much, man. You guys have already seen a lot of the 8 scenes so far, right? Masaki's, Rika's, Mashiro's. They're pretty much the way they are like that. Lovey-dovey, vanilla, which is not something I'm really into when I fap. You guys might also realize sometimes I just say fap instead of research purposes. At that point, I just don't care, man. Patreon.com says Azaikyousuke. Almost forgot to say that. See you, YouTube. Asuka latches onto me after saying that. Hey, Asuka.
好き。大好きです。マサヤさん。
Is this like part 2? And then, She showers my face with kisses while calling out my name. Okay, we're done. Tell me we're done. The music is still playing. Oh my god. This is what I hate about this game, man. I swear to god, the H scenes ruin the game. If you play this game, welcome back by the way, YouTube. Play this game all ages, please. It fucks you up. Whew. I can't, man. I think I actually said this during the H scene, by the way. I literally do not care that the H scene is happening. I don't care what the hell they're doing. Like I said before I, you know, before I censor for you guys on YouTube. But these games, or these H scenes, make it seem like you're supposed to act like you're Messiah and you're having sex with Asuka. But I can't do that. So it feels like I'm voice acting Messiah's thoughts, and then I'm just sitting there like a third wheel. So I'm like seeing these two lovebirds have sex while I just say whatever is on Messiah's thoughts. Do you guys know how weird that is? And do you guys know just how unfun that is? At least when it comes to Venus Blood Frontier and rants, I feel like I'm actually those guys and can enjoy what the hell I'm doing. But god, I think next time when I do another like playthrough of something that has H scenes like this, I'm probably just gonna mute myself. It's too awkward, man. I'm still gonna read it, like I'm still gonna be here watching it with you guys, but there's no way I'm gonna be voice acting this again, because every single H scene I voice act in this game, I feel like, oh my god, kill me, please. Okay, now that that's out of my system, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This is where I'm gonna call it. I really hope this isn't like Masaki and we go into a part 2 of the H scene. Please, Asuka! Asuka! Help me, dear god. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Give this video a like if you guys like it. Sub if you guys haven't. Patreon will be getting these episodes early access along with everything uncensored. So, if you guys are only seeing the H scenes for, you know, like fapping purposes, this is fine. But if you guys are watching this as an episode and then there's the sex scene, oh my god, you guys have no idea how blessed you are. So YouTube, you are actually lucky that you don't have to watch the H scenes. It's such a pace ruiner. I can't deny that. Dear lord. But yeah. Also, if you guys are on YouTube but not on Patreon just yet, do follow me on Patreon. We have these things called free members now. So just go to my patreon.com/Azaikyousuke and then become a free member. Because that's gonna be where I put first episode previews of future playthroughs. See you guys. I can't believe I'm gonna have to start the next episode with a pillow talk. But it's better than the H scene. Whatever. See you guys.